Last month, this roofing company got 70 calls. This pest control company got over 100. And this HVAC company got 60. They didn't pay for a single ad, not $1. I'm talking about a lead source that is higher trust, higher intent, and once you build it, it works for you 24/7 without you feeding it cash. And almost nobody is doing this right. Your competitors are asleep. The opportunity is wide open. I've worked with over 1,000 home service businesses. I've seen what actually moves the needle. And the single most valuable lead source, the one that consistently outperforms everything else, is Google Maps. Why? Because the leads are actively searching for your service right now. They trust you before you even pick up the phone, and they cost you nothing to acquire. No ad platform on earth can give you that combination. Now, let me break down for you the 3 reasons this is the most powerful marketing channel, and pay close attention to the third one. It's the reason this changes everything about your profitability. The first reason Google Maps outperforms every other lead source is maximum intent. Think about the last time you had an emergency at your house. Your roof is leaking, your toilet's overflowing, your AC breaks in the middle of July and it's 95 degrees inside. What's the first thing that you do? You're not opening Facebook and just scrolling around hoping to find somebody. You're not on TikTok watching videos. You're not asking your neighbor who might know a guy. You pull out your phone, you go straight to Google, you type in roofer near me or plumber near me or maybe AC repair near me. And then what happens? You look at the top 3 businesses that show up in the Google Map pack. You look at their reviews. You might click through to their website to make sure they look legit, and then you call one of them. That's the whole process. And here's the thing, your customers do the exact same thing. Nobody's just searching for a roofing company for fun. Nobody types plumber near me because they're just bored and curious. They're searching because they have a problem right now and they need somebody to fix it. These are the highest intent customers on the planet. They're not browsing. They're not thinking about it. They have their credit card out. They're ready to hire somebody today. And they're going to call the first business that they see, which means if you're not one of the top 3 results, you're not getting the call. You're not getting the job. You're invisible to the exact customer who is ready to pay you. The second reason that Google Maps outperforms every other lead source is maximum trust. When you make a search on Google, whether it's for a plumber, a restaurant, or anything, how many of you scroll right past the ads and go straight to the organic results? If you're like me, you probably do that every time. Why? Because when you see a paid ad, you know it's paid. You know that that company bought their way to the top. And there's just inherent skepticism that comes with that. You think, of course they're saying they're the best. They paid to be there. But the organic results, the Google Maps 3-pack, that's different. Google has spent the last 2 decades training people to trust organic results. The entire reason Google became the most dominant company on the planet is because when you search for something, you trust that the top results are actually the best, most relevant options. Think about it. If the organic results on Google were garbage, if they were just whoever paid the most or gamed the system, you wouldn't trust Google. You'd go use Bing or Yahoo or something else, but you don't. You use Google because you trust it. And that trust transfers directly to the businesses that show up in the top 3. When Google puts you in the map pack, it's an endorsement. It's Google telling the customer, this business, they're legitimate, they're reputable. You can't buy your way into that spot. You have to earn it. And customers understand this instinctively, even if they can't articulate it. On top of that, they're seeing your reviews right there. They're seeing that you have 150 5-star reviews from real customers. That's social proof stacked on top of Google's implicit endorsement of your business. By the time they pick up the phone to call you, they already trust you. The sale is half made before you even answer the phone. That's why these leads convert at a higher rate than anything else. The trust is built in before the conversation even starts. The third reason that Google Maps outperforms every other lead source, and this is the big one, it's 0 customer acquisition cost. Let me break down exactly what this means for your profitability of your business. When you run Google Ads, you pay for every single click. Every lead has a cost attached to it. And here's what most business owners don't fully understand. It's not just the cost of the lead, it's the cost to acquire a customer. Let's say you're paying $150 per lead on Google Ads. Sounds manageable, right? But that first lead doesn't necessarily close to become a customer. Neither does the second or the third. If your close rate's 30%, you need 3 to 4 leads to get 1 customer. That means you're not paying $150 to acquire a customer, you're paying $500. And that $500 is coming directly out of your profit on every single job. Before you pay your crew, before you pay for materials, before you pay yourself, $500 is already gone. Now, let's talk about Google Maps. Those leads, they cost you nothing to acquire. 0. The phone rings and that lead is pure margin. But here's what makes it even better. Remember what we talked about with trust? These leads close at a higher rate because they already trust you before the call. They saw your reviews. They saw Google endorse you by putting you in the top 3. The sale is half made. So not only are you paying nothing to get the lead, you're also closing more of them. Let me put this in real numbers so you can really understand this. Let's say you're getting 50 leads a month from Google Maps at a 30% close rate, which is realistic because of the trust factor. That's 15 new customers a month. What would it cost you to get those same 15 customers from Google Ads? Well, if you're paying $150 per lead and closing at 30%, you need 50 leads. That's $7,500 a month just in ad spend, just to get the same number of customers. With Google Maps, that $7,500 goes straight to your bottom line in your pocket instead. That's not a marketing tactic. That's a completely different business model. That's the difference between a business that's always stressed about cash flow and a business that's actually building wealth. This is why I said pay attention to the third reason. The first two, intent and trust, those make Google Maps effective. But this one, this is what makes it transformational for your entire profitability. If you're watching this and you're thinking, I need to figure out where I actually stand on Google Maps, my team and I, this is what we do for a living. We work exclusively with home service businesses on Google Ads, on SEO. We've done this for over 1,000 companies. If you want us to take a look at your market, show you where you're ranking, who's beating you, and what it would actually take to get into the top 3, we'll do that for free on a call. I'll drop a link in the description. You don't have to do it right now. Keep watching because I'm about to show you exactly what this is costing you in real dollars. But if you already know you need help with this, the link's there. All right, let me show you what this is actually costing you. There's a fixed amount of demand in your city. Every month, a certain number of people search for your service on Google. Could be 500, could be 2,000, depending on your market and your trade. That demand is going somewhere. Every single search, every single month. The question is it going to you or is it going to your competitor? Let's run the numbers. Say there's 500 people searching for your service every month. And let's say the top 3 businesses in the Google Maps pack split 80% of those clicks. That's 400 potential customers divided 3 ways, roughly 130 calls each. If you're one of those 3, you're getting 130 high intent calls a month. If you're one of those 3, you're potentially getting 130 high intent calls a month. If you're not, you're fighting over the scraps with everyone else. Now let's turn that into dollars. Say your average job is $5,000 and you close 30% of your leads. That's not realistic. That's not going to happen. All the people that click aren't going to call you, but we're just going to do this for the math. That's 130 calls and a 30% close rate. 39 new customers a month at $5,000 each. That's $195,000 in monthly revenue from one lead source for free. And so let's say you did half of that or even a quarter of that. That's still great. And so what you need to realize is that if you're not in the top 3, you're not just missing out on some calls. You're watching your competitors collect hundreds of thousands of dollars a month that could have been yours. And here's the part that should really keep you up at night. Every month you wait, they're getting more customers. More customers means they're getting more reviews. More reviews means that they rank higher than you on Google. The higher they rank, the harder they are to catch. They're not just winning today, they're compounding their advantage every single month. The gap isn't staying the same, it's growing. But here's the good news. Most of your competitors aren't doing this well. They set up a Google profile years ago and forgot about it. They hired some cheap agency that does nothing. They're not executing a real strategy. You don't have to be the best, you just have to be better than a bunch of people who aren't even trying. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh, I've tried this before, that didn't work. I hear it all the time. And if that's you, there are really only a few possible reasons. 1, you hired the wrong people. You went with the cheap option, the $500 a month guy who promised you the world and delivered you nothing. You got exactly what you paid for. 2, you gave up too early. This isn't like paid ads where you flip a switch and the leads start coming tomorrow. It takes time to build authority, to build reviews, to climb the rankings. Most people will quit before they ever see the result. That's the reality. 3, you didn't even have a real strategy. You just had a Google profile and hope for the best. That's not a strategy. That's a wish. The businesses that win at this, the ones that are getting 50, 70, 100 calls a month from Google Maps, they treat it like the most important marketing investment in their company. And disclaimer, these results are from real clients, but these aren't guaranteed. It doesn't mean that you're going to get them. Your results are going to be dependent on your market, your competition, and your execution to get reviews and commit for a long period of time. Now, there's something else I want to share with you. There's a strategy that we use with our clients that 99% of agencies don't know about, don't know how to execute. And I'm going to give you the concept because I think it's important for you to understand exactly what's possible here. Here's the insight. One Google business profile that you have can only rank within a certain proximity. If you're a roofer in Dallas, your single profile might rank well for people searching within a 5 to 10 mile radius. But someone on the other side of the city, you're invisible to them. The solution is multiple profiles with physical addresses spread across the city. Each profile can rank in its own radius. So instead of dominating just one pocket of your market, you can dominate the entire metro area. I know a plumbing company that used this exact strategy to scale from 5 million to 25 million in just a few years. 25 million in from a strategy that most of their competitors don't even know exists. This is what I mean when I say the opportunity, it's wide open. The people who understand this game are patient, long-term oriented, are printing money. The people who don't are fighting over scraps. Paid ads is how you rent attention. You pay, you get leads. You stop paying, the leads stop. Google Maps, that's how you own it. So here's what I want to offer you. If you're a home service business owner and you're serious about this, my team and I will get on a call with you and show you exactly where you stand. Before we even talk, we'll do the research. We'll look at your market. We'll see where you currently are ranking on Google Maps. We'll analyze your competitors and see who's dominating and who's asleep. We'll identify the gap, what it would take to get you into that top 3. We'll give you a realistic timeline, and we'll estimate how many calls you could be getting based on the actual search demand in your market. And this is not a sales pitch where we just tell you what you want to hear. This is a real analysis of your situation, because here's the truth. This isn't right for everyone. If you're in a tiny market with no search volume, this won't move your needle. If you're not willing to invest in doing this the right way, it's not going to work. But if you're in a real market with real demand and you're ready to stop renting attention and start owning it, this call will show you the path. Click the link in the description, book your free call. We'll show you the opportunity in your market and you can decide if it makes sense for you. That's it. I'll see you on the call. Hit the subscribe button. See you in the next video.